I'm happy today because I got stuff. Yeah, I could be on YouTube twice. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right. So I gotta tell y'all a quick story before I run out of here. I want to tell y'all a quick story because we are often talking about how we can resolve things on our own. I think hold on one second. I need what I don't need. Okay. Make sure this thing ain't trying to. All right. So what I'm trying to do right now is I am trying to live stream on Instagram also. Is that working? That's what I'm trying to do. And then I want to tell y'all a quick story because we often talk about how we can resolve things on our own. And I want to give you a story that happened in real life, like for real, for real. So give me a second because I got to check to see if other platforms actually are working like I asked. I asked that. Asked it. Um, okay. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm going to close some of these, not StreamYard. And I can close that. Oh, okay. Two things. One, I'm coming out of retirement a little bit. Little bit. Don't go crazy. A little bit. Coming out of retirement a little bit. I actually have a trial coming up. I'm really only coming out of retirement to try cases. I'm not coming out just to argue with people. I'm coming out to try cases. So yeah, I'm back in a limited capacity, mostly because unemployment didn't want to pay me no goddamn money. So I gotta work. This is sad. I'm entitled to some things and they didn't give it to me. Anyway, hey family. I hope y'all caught the earlier, jumped on earlier to talk a little bit about the indictment. But I didn't come on to talk about the indictment. I wanted to tell y'all something that really a real story that happened in my real life. So I came home Tuesday night from a golf tournament. And I guess I got in maybe around 9 p.m. And I noticed now I live in Freeport, a port town, very beachy. Everybody has boats. I don't have a boat, but we got a lot of boat yards and there jet skis and all of that, cool shit. Anyway, so I come home, it's kids all over the place, and that's not common because it's not a very busy area. So I go and park a car, go in. I don't care about no kids having a party. It's a Tuesday night though, but it's summertime, so whatever. I'm exhausted, right? Because I just had a full day tournament, so I knock out. And I'm getting the best sleep. Y'all know how y'all get that good sleep, and I hear the banging and the banging and the banging, and I'm like, what the fuck? And the police officers, the police were at my door. Now it is 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't trust nobody, right? I don't trust nobody. I think that is somebody dressed up like the police trying to get in my house. What's up, Tony? What's up, fam? What's up, Gino, Kelly? I see you back, honey. What's up, Larry, Emmanuel? All right, Cheryl, how y'all doing? Love like the sun. Yes, I like that. Love like the sun. All right, so I'm knocked out. So the police are at the door. Now, I'm licensed. I'm like, do I? If it's really the cops, they got guns, so I don't want to get my gun. It's one of those situations because it's a lot of shit going on. People dressing up like delivery workers, mailmen, police, impersonating officers. And this is not, I've been living in this area almost 10 years and I've never had this happen. The police don't come in my community unless you call them, right? There's the difference between reactive policing and proactive policing. The neighborhood I grew up in, South Jamaica, Queens, that's proactive policing. They just stay around, right? That's proactive because they're looking for crime. But in my neighborhood where I live now, it's reactive. They're not looking for crime. They're not coming out. You don't see the cops unless you call their ass, right? All right. Anyway, so it's surprising to me. So I go to my door. I have the double door. You should have a double door. That way you're not exposed. Freeport, Long Island. So I open my first door and then my storm door is there, which is locked. It stays locked. I'm not opening my storm door. I don't trust y'all. So I pull down the screen so that I could hear and talk. And they legit was the cops, which I was like, okay, cool. Right. So the police proceed to tell me that there is someone in my backyard, and that they have apprehended this person. So I'm like, wait, now I got to shake off the grogginess, because I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Somebody's in my backyard. Hold on. What do you mean? What happened? And they're like, there was a party down the block, and some kids didn't really know what happened, but they happened to be jumping in the connecting yards, right? And so I don't know what, somebody jumped in my yard, but as he was trying to jump in the yard, he broke the fence, right? So the cops like, you want to come outside? Now, when I tell you it's 12:30, 1 o'clock in Long Island, it is pitch black out there. I was like, I'm not about to come out there. I can't. First of all, y'all know visually, I fucking can't see shit out there. I was like, no, I'm not about to come out there. He's like, okay, so we have someone in custody. And I'm like, okay, who do you have in custody? And they're like, it's a 17-year-old kid. And and they say to me, do you want us to arrest him? What do y'all think I said? I was like, if y'all don't let that little boy go, free him, damn it, let him go. And he's like, well, your gate is broke, da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, man, fuck that gate. I get people out of jail. I don't send people to jail. Fuck that, right? And so this is one of the things we talk about when we were talking about the Tory Lanez case and how we could resolve these things and differences between ourselves. This is an example of that, right? So let me finish the story. All right, so the cops give me, little, you can get your incident report just in case I want to file a claim with my insurance company, get my gate fixed, right? Whatever, I don't give a fuck about that, right? So I got the paper in the morning, wake up, now it's nice, it's bright, I go outside, let me see, let me assess what, what's how bad it is. First of all, they didn't explain which gate it was, right? So obviously I have a property, it's in the back. I have 3 gates. There's one on the left, one on the right, and one in the back. But the gates, remember, we have neighbors, right? So the one on the right is the gate that I constructed when I moved there, because there was no fencing between my house and the house next door. But when I moved in, the gate on the left, that's the neighbor's gate. So it was their gate that was broke, right? So I'm getting to the story. I know I'm long-winded, but I got to give you all the detail. So I go outside, I see it that it's the neighbor's gate, and I'm just like, oh, that's not my problem. But we find an iPhone, and we find a vape, right? And the iPhone is still charged, got like 3% in, so I'll plug that bitch up. Because at this point, I don't know what's happening. And I'm thinking, okay, if this is the cell phone of the person who broke the gate, then maybe we could swap. You could pay for the gate and da-da-da. But then, it's not my gate. So at this point, I don't really care about that. So I plug the phone in, and guess what? Guess what happens? He calls the phone, right? And then this is how the conversation goes. I pick up the phone and I go, hello. And the young man is like, yo, who the fuck got my jack? And I could tell he was trying to be like really like and I'm laughing now because I'm like, I saved your whole life, so you gonna stop being mean to me right now. So I was like, this is the woman whose yard you were in last night. He gets quiet. I said it's okay. I said it's okay. I said the police had you in custody last night, right? He said, yeah. I said, and they let you go, right? I'm demonstrating. I got the phone and everything. I'll be committed to my story. So I'm telling him, and I'm like, so they let you go, right? I said, they let you go because I asked them to let you go, because I told them I didn't want you arrested. And he's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. I said, and I have your phone. Would you like your phone back? He's like, I would like it back. I said, you can have your phone back. I don't want your phone. And so he's like, okay. I said, I live on the same block as the party, right? So he came back, friend, he brought his uncle this time. They got out of the car and we talked. And you know what happened? They got jumped. Him and his friends got jumped at the party that was up the block and running from being jumped. And can I tell you, I have run from being jumped. I don't know if you ain't never ran from being jumped. And trust me, offense is not going to be the thing that stops you, right? So I was like, all right. So I understood the whole jumping of the fences and all of that. And that made sense. And we talked and I explained to them. I said, you have to be really careful if that's the decision you make here in Long Island, because we all have guns, right? And it might be that someone comes out and is too afraid to really ascertain what's happening and only sees a shadowy figure in their yard. and they are threatened or afraid and would be well within their right at that moment to be to fire, right? And thinking that they are being harmed, or you might be coming to harm them or break into their home. You shouldn't be on somebody's property at that hour of the night, right? So I talk to them about that and let them know, think about those things. These are not things that you have to think about as much as you do in the 5 boroughs, right? Because I think less people are legally armed in the 5 boroughs. I said legally armed, but here on the island, more people are legally armed. One, because it's easier for us. We don't got to go to one PP to get a gun. We go right to our local, division of licensing. Different counties have different procedures, but we don't have to wait 3 years at one PP. We got to wait 1 year. We still got to wait, but it's a different procedure, right? And so we ended it with thanks and gratitude. And the uncle was very, very grateful. And I told him, I said, the only thing I ask is that all of you pay it forward. Pay it forward. That's my only charge, is that someone showed you grace today. Is that some point in your life, you extend that same grace to somebody else. That's all we can ever ask for, right? That's all we can ever ask for. That's all. Be responsible for the energy that you put out into the universe, because that shit is coming back, baby. It's coming back, right? So I think he was lucky to end up in my yard too, because I don't know that my neighbors would have been as gracious, right? Because we got the Ring camera. I don't know if you all in from suburbs, the Ring camera, they got the neighborhood shit, and them people are on the Ring camera. They are retarded. They're on there. Dog lost. Oh, somebody walked past my house and they coughed. And it really? You're doing too much, right? But it also is a resource for like missing kids and missing animals, things like that. But I don't know that these people would not lock up everyone. Because when I read things on the Ring camera, it's the neighbors are like, suspicious man was walking past and these people should be locked up. And I'm like, y'all don't even want people to walk past your house? Okay, yeah, crazy. So that's what happened. It was interesting. The things that happened to me are really, really interesting. I got stories for days, but I'm gonna put them all in a book because that's the best way to do it. So right now I'm working on my life in crime. I don't have a time frame for it, but it is a very lengthy process, right? A very lengthy process in capturing some of the most pivotal moments in my life, in my formative years, growing up, that shaped me, so that I could be this person that I am now. So I'm trying to get that all down. You dig? Suspicious person is always suspicious person. And I'm sure I would have thought this young man he was suspicious. You in my yard at something to 1 in the morning, 12:30, 1 in the morning. That's suspicious as fuck. And I don't know that I'm in the position in my mind that I want to ask questions about that shit. Right? At that time, it depends. Everybody's suspicious. Yeah, it's scary out here. It is scary, but and this one time I did not do what probably most people would have done, so think about that, right? When you have that power and you have that ability to make a decision that is going to affect somebody's life. Being arrested, having to be processed, I haven't ever had to have that experience, but I've met the people who have gone through it on the other side, and they are never the same. They are never the same. That experience, all right? And for some people, that trauma, the traumatic experience of having to go through that process is something that is hard to overcome. And I definitely wouldn't want to subject a 17-year-old to that, right? More important than that, I don't want to subject his mama, right? Because she probably looked like me. And she might not have, money laying around for a lawyer and for bail or whatever might happen. Just the heartache, just all of that shit, man. It's just a lot. Yeah, I got my cameras on too. Cameras. Actually, I'm gonna stop at Home Depot because a couple of my lights were out. I got the motion lights, so one of them is like flickering crazy. It's driving me crazy, so I got to pick up some lights. But yeah, man, Let's look out for each other and pay it forward. That's what I came to say. All right, now I don't know if it worked on Instagram. I don't know. Let me just see. I'm gonna see if I could get on Instagram. And see if I'm live. I don't know how I would be able to say that. Oh wait, yes I do. No, I don't. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know if it worked or not. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay. I'll probably jump on here tomorrow now that I actually have sound and a microphone and headphones and all that. I might jump on. I'm going to be on Sirius XM tomorrow, channel 126 at 4 p.m. with Lamont King. He is co-hosting the Karen Hunter Show, so I'll be on there at 4 o'clock. Give us a call if you're around. Holla at your girl. All right? All right, I'm getting out of here. It's your girl, Ike. I love you. I really do. Peace.